I was like, oh, this is what school is. It's really teaching you how to be mindless robots. Yeah.
Use your subconscious to elevate them, but not have time to elevate yourself.
School is teaching you how to turn off your subconscious and to literally write this answer down. What's the answer? That's what school is teaching you. It's not teaching you how to use your brain, because when I was in there and I wasn't using my subconscious, I wasn't being active, doing what feeds my soul, my brain literally shut down, and I was sitting there like, oh my God, I am so sleepy. Oh, I was fighting sleep. I was like, because my brain shut down. I was like, every single one of you in here, your brain is shut down, and you're literally just, can I go to the bathroom? And now you think you go to a job. Can I go to the bathroom? That's all school is teaching you. And so that is what I learned, because I'm always growing myself. I'm always studying. That's what I learned. So that's what school is. So you have to understand, those of you who, when I talk to these children, they were like, well, I spent 8 hours in school. You were spending 8 hours turning your brain off, and then you go home and then you scroll social media, read your entertainment books, take a nap, talk to your friends. So 8 hours turning your brain off, 8 hours turning your brain off, 8 hours sleep. Where did you grow yourself?
That's why personal development is like a choice. Like, there's kids out there that are truly interested in like psychology. Like, I don't remember what my personality was like throughout high school. I just knew to avoid people. I was like, these people are not my friends. And that all happened from tragedy. Like, that wasn't from being like, what, I don't want friends. It didn't serve me. No, it was people had to show me that they weren't there for me to be like, oh yeah, this ain't my crowd. But then at that point, I don't know if I was into self-development or if I was just, I feel like I was truly just existing.
Was it self-preservation? More so, I'm not messing with you not because it's not serving me. I'm not messing with you because you make me feel bad.
I feel like it was partially that.
Because there's a difference,
I had emotional reasons to the fact that I was like, yeah, these people aren't my friends. I can't look to people and think that you're going to be there for me. But when things really get hard, you're not there.
So now the difference between personal development or self-development and self-preservation is, I'm not going to mess with you because you did something, versus self-development, I'm putting a boundary up to create a standard so I will never come across a you again. Being able to grow you to your ability to be able to converse with me is like such a gift to me. Because I'm like, my God, I finally have someone who understands me, who can give me another viewpoint and now help me ponder it to the next level. And we are literally solving life. And we're helping people solve their lives simply by sitting here talking to each other. That is the beauty of conversation. So all of us who refuse to talk to each other, who refuse to be honest with each other, who refuse to whatever, you are stopping your legacy's growth potential, which is on purpose. Those of us who be like, I'd rather be alone. F them kids, I'm an empty nester. You're cutting your legacy off. 3 generations. You should be living 3 generations ahead. Begin with the end in mind. You should not be growing. Your goals should not be this lifetime. This lifetime is bullshit. Your goals should be 3 generations ahead. Her goals should be 3 generations ahead. Now we have 4 generations of transformation potential in this lifetime. When she gives birth, she raises her child to live 3 generations ahead. Now we have 5 generations of growth potential in one lifetime. And we're all putting energy into changing our trajectory 3 generations ahead, 4 generations ahead, 5 generations ahead. Whatever your number is, I say 3 because my bad behavior, now that I'm aware, is only going to 50% transfer into her. Her bad behavior, now that she's aware, is only going to transfer 50% into her child. Her child's bad behavior is only going to transfer 50%. So by our 3rd generation, our bad behavior is gone. We are progressive 100% period. We are God-centered 100% period. We have altered our legacy in our lifetime. So let's just look at how powerful we are. Because when I had a Doi as an Aries, I was off top. I don't like Aries women. I could talk to an Aries woman, and while I'm talking to her, I'll be like, when's your birthday? And she'd be like, April 3rd, March 5th. I'm like, okay, this makes sense because I don't like you, because we're Aries, right? Like, we ain't here to make no friends. We here to handle business,
it's
period.
Not that I don't like them, but I can just hear how they sound. Like, oh, yeah, you're definitely one of me. It doesn't make me upset. It's just more just like, makes sense to why you act this way.
Yeah. And this is my youth, right? So this is me coming into having an Aries child. I don't like Aries. On top of that, me and my mother, who are both Aries, do not get along. So when I birthed her, I automatically had in my head, one, we're going to have a relationship like this because this is what mother-daughter relationships are, and two, we're going to have a relationship like this because we're both Aries. And I attributed it to me and my mother bumping head because we are both Aries women. And so I automatically came into mothering her with, we gonna be at each other. So that is what I accepted into my life as the truth for our relationship off top. She doesn't know this, but this is the history of me becoming a mother of an Aries child with an Aries mother. And so because I never had a relationship with my mother, I never really tried to have a relationship with my child because I didn't know what it is to nurture. I always said I didn't have the mothering gene. I'm a provider because I was raised by a man. So again, I'm not moving in my feminine energy, I'm moving in my masculine energy. So I'm not loving you to your highest potential, but I'm raising you to your highest potential. So her spirit of excellence isn't because I nurtured her to that space. Her spirit of excellence was because I was like, you gonna move how you supposed to move because I've moved in my masculine energy, even though it'll be my last video, so I'm gonna make my point. I just love that Adoy and I are to the point where I am so in love with her. And I'm so excited to be so in love with Angel. And I'm so excited to be so in love with Michael. And I'm so excited to be so in love with Caden. And I'm excited to be so in love with my husband, if it's possible. I'm trusting God that it's possible. I'm trusting God for something beautiful. I'm trusting God for something amazing in my family. I told my husband I want a God-centered marriage, I want a God-centered family, I want a God-centered career, and I want God-centered finances, period. And so that is what I call into myself. And so for Adoy to tell me that she loves me and to know that I had a loveless relationship with my mother in this lifetime, we have been able to change the trajectory for all future generations of Taylor women. And that's beautiful because I didn't have that. And so that's the point.
What?
The point, like, when I was like, oh, I need to record this, I really had a whole monologue, but we have filmed up an hour of video since the idea was to turn the camera on. So I don't really have any big, whoa.
You might later. So don't feel free to, take your time alone.
Put it in my journal.
There we go.
But